Yeah.
What's good, y'all? Back again. Town Crier, Chapter 3. How you feeling?
I'm chilling, man. How was your Thanksgiving? Everything was
Yeah.
good?
I think I made too much food, bro. For real. I think I'm turkeyed out, man.
No word.
What's up with you, bro?
Yeah, it was all good. It's all good. It's good to be back.
Yeah, man. A lot of things going on in the world. Cover as much as we can, but the news just keeps on rolling in.
It's
Guess we
incredible.
should start off with the best news in the world. How's that Yankee hat treating you right now, bro?
It's good shit.
Juan Soto said, get that thing off my head. Get it off my head.
Y'all the ones that overpay for that
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
You watch your mouth.
So for those of y'all who live on the
Listen,
moon,
if you didn't want to be a Yankee, then fuck him. That's it. What
No,
can you
listen,
do?
bro.
That's it. You
Listen,
know what?
it bees like that. That Yankee way don't carry exactly the same laws it used
Oh,
to.
get the hell
But
outta here.
they do understand, make no mistake, Yankees are a classic franchise. But,
But-
everything, good things come
He's
to
gonna
an end.
go.
Time
He's
for some
gonna lose.
change.
He's got an option to opt out in 5 years. Believe
Yeah,
you
he
me.
ain't
How
doing
did
that.
the
He'll be a
Yankees
Met
like
for
that,
5
though?
years.
Okay. What do you think? You think you're gonna leave $534 million on the table?
Nah,
I don't
doubt that.
think so.
Yeah, no.
So
Of course
Juan
not.
Soto signed 15 years, $765 million with my boys.
That's
We do
hard.
our thing.
That's crazy.
That's a lot of money. I hope we got enough money to sign Pete. Left a little left-handed hole in the Yankees lineup, but Yankees always figure out
We
a way
gonna
to
do
field
it.
a
We get
pretty
it.
good team.
We'll get it. We'll get
another.
it. Jason Dominguez, he's still up there. You know what I'm saying?
Jason
He's
Dominguez.
the next one.
Man,
Soto
but that's
right
a lot
now.
of money, though, Will, though. That's a lot of money.
The next
Well,
one Soto, he can hit it. He can't
$765
catch
He
it.
can buy half a
He
deal.
hit
I
it.
mean,
he-
that's the most, right? That's the most money signed to an.
And
to
and
any, yeah.
sports history.
Sports history.
Sports history.
Yo, they
He
paid. Listen, that's
Now,
a crazy,
granted,
insane amount of money
Otani
for
got
something.
$700 million for 10 years, so technically that's $70 million a year. That's
Mm.
the highest per year, but in total money, Juan Soto just took the
So that's
crown.
where the bread is at, baseball or something.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking it's basketball.
Listen, basketball got the bread too, but 82 game season, a lot of stuff. Baseball's a lot more, 162 games. But it's just not as physically exerting, but as the
Listen,
other two. But
one man don't
baseball's
make
hard.
the team. Let me tell you something. all
Trust
right?
me when I tell you
And
about
mind you, listen, Soto played in Padres with the Padres,
Mm-hmm.
and he played with these two. What's this guy's name? Macho Mandy. Oh,
He said,
Machado.
he said Macho Manny Machado, and
Manny Machado and
Fernando
Fernando
Tatis
Tatis. You know what I mean? And he still ain't do shit. Then he came to the Yankees. At least
did
he went to
okay,
the
it
World
just didn't work out. Yeah, but before that, he was on Washington.
But
when he was
now he's
21
going to the
and
Mets.
won a world championship with Washington.
Yeah, but now he's going to the Mets where they got no. Remember, Washington had Max Scherzer. Don't act up.
That's one pitcher.
You gotta-
And they had Strasburg.
And they had Strasburg. Don't act. They
Yeah,
had
but
a
they never
squad.
won a chip in their franchise history.
All right, they
He helped take them to their first chip.
he helped them, yeah, but that's because they had stars in that
They had
team.
pitchers. You still got to hit the ball.
It doesn't matter.
You can't win without scoring runs.
No,
And that's what the
listen.
man do. You'll find
You
out
saw
this
you
season.
saw what Randy Johnson
went
and
to the
Kurt
bed-
Schilling did when they were in the Diamondbacks.
This guy, right?
They don't act up, all right?
They still
Pitching
have-
does a lot.
Yeah,
Pitching does
make
a
no
lot.
mistake about
so
it.
don't act up.
So let me
Right.
ask you a
Think about
question.
it.
Now he's going
You
to a
think-
team that has no all stars, and that's crazy. And one of your all stars is leaving.
We don't have all stars.
Hell,
No
fucking no.
all-stars.
Who you got?
We got the guy that came in second in the MVP voting from there, Francisco
Oh,
Lindor.
Francisco
You
Lindor.
done forgot, bro?
He'll
For
bust his
real.
ass,
You
so
done
he ain't
forgot?
gonna shoot
Pete
like-
Alonso, home run derby champion multiple years, all-star.
Oh.
What is you talking about?
Pete Alonso is gone, my nigga.
No, bro, he ain't gone yet. He ain't signed nowhere yet. He didn't sign
You're
yet.
not going to pick him back up.
We might. Our guys got money.
You're not gonna
We
pick
got
him back up.
money. No, we stop.
They're trying to
But
save all
anyway,
that. You got
we
some
gonna
money.
see with that. That's one
So
story.
you think he's worth the money, though? You think the deal is worth it? He's worth the.
Hell no.
760
Listen,
I'm
the
trying-
fact
bro.
that they could spend it is one.
No, wait,
thing.
I'm
The
asking
fact
you,
that-
think he's worth
No,
it? Be
even in
honest.
the Yankees,
Listen.
even with the Yankees, if we had got him, that was a different thing. But even Yankee fans was like, "That's too much money. That's too
It
much
just
money for
sounds
somebody."
like too much money. But understand, if you're paying him $760 million and you're making $10 billion a year, it's not as much money as you think. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot for one guy. Make no mistake. That's a lot for one guy. Where the dude is hyper talented. He's 26 years old, prime of his life, contact hitter, 300 hitter, 40 homers, 100 RBI guy.
But you got to help a whole team win, and I don't think the Mets got to have that team to win. I'm sorry.
You wouldn't be in the World Series if you didn't hit
On top of that, you got to deal with the Dodgers. You got to deal with Philly.
Wow.
You got
That's
to deal
why
with
we need him.
Atlanta.
That's why we need him.
Though you got heavy hitters, bro.
Yeah, and we dealt with them this year. Everybody except the Dodgers.
You got lucky against them this year. That
we
was
did better
pure
against
ass.
the Dodgers than y'all did. We played y'all 3 times
For
last year.
Pete Alonso's home run, y'all would have been going home. It was, and you got rid of that man. Yeah, like,
Get rid of them yet. But anyway, that's what, on from baseball. That was the big baseball story right now. But listen, we got to talk about this. So, I don't know if y'all heard about the newest thing with the Mike Tyson thing. A gentleman from the Middle East who was a big Mike Tyson fan and did not like how that fight went down made an offer I couldn't believe when I heard it.
I didn't see this, so
Yeah,
this
it's
is
in the
something that
thing.
you're saying.
Yeah, I saw it. So
So-
he basically wanted Mike Tyson to rematch Jake Paul for whatever amount of money. But the kicker was this: he said that if he knocked him out within 3 minutes of the fight, he would give Mike $700 million. I saw the article, the whole nine. $700 million, because he feels the way everybody else does.
Yes.
The fight was fake. It was staged. He was told not to punch, and he really wants
Yeah.
to see what Mike would do if he was motivated. See, that's what money is for.
That's
You know
why-
what I'm saying? That's when
I'm
you got
telling
that
you.
abundance of money.
That's why Mike was biting his gloves. He was like, "Damn, I want to fuck this nigga up," but he couldn't. You know what I'm saying?
real.
So it's like, yo,
But then the
like
next
I want to
day,
beat his ass, like, and he just couldn't. And shit.
but then the next day, Jake Paul announced his retirement.
I don't believe
That's
that.
crazy. I gotta read this story. I don't
Don't
know.
believe
I
it.
haven't
read the
I
story. I
haven't
sent
seen
it
that
to you,
shit.
bro.
You pulled up the story?
It's in there. I saw it already. I don't need to see it. I'll show you. I want to see it. I'll show it to y'all.
It's
But
just
I don't
there's
believe
just
that.
this one. Is this just one cover that you're saying? Or there multiple news outlets that actually covered
yeah,
this?
it was multiple. It's just the amount changed. At first it was 800 million, then I heard 750. Then I ended up reading it ended up being 700 million. But then Jake
So
Paul
did
retired.
Tyson said anything yet about it?
That's
It wouldn't
crazy.
matter anyway. Jake Paul retired.
Yeah,
So that's the
yeah.
end of that. My man knew what was getting ready to go down.
Oh,
And it wasn't just Mike. Yo, you gotta understand, there was a lot of other fighters that were Mike Tyson fans. This was their hero. There were other dudes lined up to get in the ring with Jake Paul. Because you're
Right.
not going to make a mockery
Yo.
of the sport that people put their
on,
heart and soul in and talk about.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's
So your
crazy.
man was getting real challenges, and then
Yeah.
after that he was
Right,
just
right.
like-
That man's like,
Did he actually retire?
Yeah, that's what he said.
I don't-
I'm
I
not
don't
doing-
believe that,
I've
though.
I've
I
done
don't
enough.
believe that.
I think he's retired. He better not come back, because if he do, ain't nobody's going to get paid to take a dive. They all going to be coming for
Right.
his head now.
From now henceforth,
You know?
it's
but
on, though.
it
I
is-
gotta check that shit.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah,
I think
bro.
you're full of shit.
But listen, you know.
But everything with
Told
these
you about
guys,
it. It was there.
most of this stuff's all promotional with this guy, so I'm not even taking it very
Oh,
seriously.
yeah.
No doubt. What's going on with basketball? How the Knicks doing?
The Knicks, they got their asses kicked by the Pistons the other day. Oh, it was
Yeah.
bad. But then we didn't have Cat in the lineup. That's what
The
happened.
Knicks
Well,
been
he
doing
needs
pretty
a day
good.
off.
And I think well, he had a sore knee and shit. But I think with Cat has been great. He's been an
Great.
all-star.
I don't know, be
I was
yourself.
doubting that trade in the
Oh,
bit.
Jay.
Yo, I was
beginning,
down in that trade too, but after that, and not only that, signing OG was one of the best things that they ever
Yeah,
did.
OG 's
Your
legit.
man is gangster. He's an all-star.
He had
too,
40 something the other day, didn't he?
Yo, they all catching double figures.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. Hart.
He's our Drew
all of them.
Holidays. He's good, though. I don't know, but I like the
Funny
way he
thing
plays.
is, Julius Randle not doing too bad in Minnesota, but DiVincenzo is not working out.
I think
over
the
there.
Knicks won that deal, though. You think the Knicks won that deal?
Oh,
At first I didn't,
Absolutely.
but now
The
I'm
Knicks
starting
won
to
the
think-
deal.
Absolutely. Minnesota looking stupid for getting rid of Cat.
I think Cat
Nah,
is
but
very good in
understand,
the East Coast, though.
He didn't fit
He's very
as
good
well
here in the
with,
Knicks.
with Edwards, or they would hoped he would have. Randall kind of does, but I'm disappointed they haven't figured out how to use DiVincenzo. But if they let him go, I would love for DiVincenzo to come back to the Knicks.
Yeah, let me
bro.
tell you, the good thing about the Knicks is that they're playing great team basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're a
Yeah,
cohesive.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
Unit
you
and
can
everything
see
like
that Cat is
Like
happy,
now they
though.
like you don't see like one gotta be the all-star and one gotta
Yeah.
just chill. Like I felt like
Jalen
maybe
Brunson
in
had to do
Minnesota that's how it
everything, yeah.
was. Maybe in Minnesota that they put whatchamacallit, what's his name?
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. They put Ant-Man in to be the star, and he was trying to be a Jordan, and he wasn't relying on the teammates. And that's why,
So it
now
was
in that
like,
Cat,
alright.
I don't know, you can't say that either because Rudy Gobert, he was, defensive.
Yeah.
But I also heard that Cat
But-
wanted to come back. Sorry to cut you off. Wanted to come back to, like, he's from Jersey, right? He's from
Castro,
Jersey. He's from
New York, actually.
Okay, something like this.
He's
A lot
from
of
the area.
Dominican. So I mean, so he's very comfortable. He wanted to be here. You could
And
tell.
Thibodeau's his old coach, so.
Yeah.
That's another thing. He worked under Thibodeau,
Yep.
so he already know what to expect. And
There's
I'm
less
pretty sure
pressure.
even Thibodeau forced that to be like, yo, bring that big man over here,
Yeah.
and all that.
And less pressure on Jalen Brunson to do his thing.
Oh, less pressure on Mitchell Robinson. Less pressure, and pressures on you in order.
Mitchell Robinson's still
I
hurt.
know.
Yeah, we got to get.
And shout out to this kid. I heard he's doing good. What's his name? The kid that came from the Pelicans. Josh Hart. What's his name?
From the
Josh
Pelicans.
Hart from the
Yeah,
Pelicans.
Josh Hart. He was on. Did he come? I don't know where we.
I thought he was in the Blazers.
Yeah, Pelicans. He used to be with.
Well, he wasn't the Pelicans. I think so.
It might have been the Blazers. I'm not sure.
But listen,
exactly
these
where we
cats
got
were
Josh Hart from.
these cats were in the league for a while. I mean, before they came to the Knicks, it wasn't like
Right, he been around for a minute.
know?
Yeah.
That-
But the Knicks is in this in-season tournament, and
Wow.
I think it's tomorrow or Tuesday. They play
tomorrow
Atlanta.
They play Atlanta.
Yeah.
they should-
Atlanta.
today they
I'll tell you
play.
something.
Today
Atlanta look pretty good.
Easy
bro.
money for the Knicks,
I don't
though.
know if you've been watching that Jalen Johnson kid, that light skinned 6'9" kid. That dude is the truth, bro. Atlanta's,
Nah, we got
I'm with the Knicks on
we
that
got a
one.
deep squad.
No, we got to deal with them.
They got to
beat us
deal
once
with
before.
Mikhail. They got to deal with
Yeah.
OG. They got to deal with.
OG.
We got too
And now
many.
somebody talk. Who's the point guard? What's his name, little man
Which one?
of Atlanta?
Oh, Trey Young.
Trey Young.
Trey, yeah.
Trey Young dropping 15, 20 assists a game. He wasn't doing that before. He had 21 and 20 the other day.
He's purely shorty.
He's learning how to pass, and he's benefiting from it. So we got to watch out for them
We got a
boys.
defense,
right
my man. We got a defense. We don't have, I don't know how the hell Detroit with it. We got scored. I mean, Detroit was shooting fucking lights out.
Yeah,
They
but
were just too good.
people
the other
saying
day.
Detroit getting better, but I don't know.
They getting good.
But either way, let's get to a little bit more serious matters. What's going on right now?
What is that?
So
Yo, the Jay-Z thing, man, you can't undermine that. That's
Nah,
top
we-
news
we-
right
we-
now
we-
in the country right now. That's top news, bro.
yeah, it kind of
That's
is.
top news, Jay, man. It's Jay, though. But everything is still
Yeah, I
alleged
saw
at this
about
point.
that.
But
Talk about it. What's the legend? Tell me about this allegedness.
this just popped up all of a sudden.
we live
yesterday.
allegedly on this pod.
Yeah, yesterday it's popped up, man. It was all over YouTube. All the podcast stars was on it. It was on CNN. So this is kind of very crazy. Jay-Z of all people, he's as big as it gets, right?
No, but what's he accused of?
No, but
so
listen,
basically,
Jay-Z's.
he's accused. We gotta actually state the facts of what we're talking about here. Jay-Z has been accused
I say-
of participating in underage sexual
Well, that him and
engagement
Diddy.
with a 13-year-old with Puffy, supposedly after the VMA Awards in 2000. Originally, the undisclosed girl cited just Puffy in the indictment. But now she amended her statement and added Jay-Z. So she was 13 at the time in 2000. This is 2024, so she's 37 years old at this point right now. And I mean, I guess in flashing back to that, and it's Jay-Z's claim that this is an extortion scheme by a lawyer named Tony Busby, I believe is his name. And, something where, they're just trying to extort money out of Jay-Z, that this never actually happened. Jay-Z has been on the tip of the tongue of a lot of rappers right now, and usually not for good reasons. He had issues with Dame Dash back in the days. They're saying he blocked the Super Bowl appearance of
Lil Wayne or something. I don't know if he
Lil Wayne.
blocked it, but he was kind of in charge, so he probably
deterred it in some way. And there's been a lot about it. Granted, he's one of the most incredible rappers in rap history. He's
no
definitely
doubt.
up there in the top 10. Extremely talented, knowledgeable businessman, the whole nine. We already know about his wife. You know how it goes. Beyonce, shout out to B. And the family. But these are the kind of things that rip people down right now. You think this is warranted or what?
I mean, warranted or not, listen, the allegations are being thrown out there. And now,
So his reps being tarnished.
Yo,
but listen, there's been rumors, and I ain't gonna lie, we shouldn't listen to rumors, whatever, and everything like that. But there's been rumors
Everybody's
that
innocent
Jay-Z and
until
everything
proven guilty,
that
right?
He's also within a guilty party of these so-called gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we've heard such things.
Yeah, like
Listen, I remember even them
him and
talking about,
Beyonce and everything like
when
that.
Foxy Brown was out, when Foxy Brown was 16 and stuff, that
You heard the shit with Aaliyah as well. Some was it? Left
Yeah,
Eye,
I heard the Foxy Brown one. I don't know about the others, but they allegedly, supposedly, he was messing with her when she was coming up.
I mean, listen, he from the hood.
I mean, y'all already know, you innocent until proven guilty. Most of the stuffs are, of course,
that's why I don't want to come out and be like,
a lawsuit has been filed. We'll have to see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But it's a big news, nevertheless.
Yeah, but when it comes to a lot of black rappers, it's usually guilty until proven innocent. To be honest, almost the exact opposite. People don't believe.
I'm looking at it from this aspect as well. Like, what's happening to the whole story of black excellence from nothing to everything. First, it was like Yeezy, the whole great success story, and see what happened to him. And now, we got Diddy, and now Jay. So, I mean, it's very sad hearing what happened. You always feel bad for the victims, but it's just too tough. Jay's an inspiration to a lot of people. Yeah. And, as a young kid coming up in Africa, I can tell you I was listening to Jay-Z, Hard Knock Life and everything. That's right. She was an inspiration in, a couple of ways. Let's see what happens, though. Everything is still alleged at this point, though.
Listen, let me tell you something.
What's up?
I mean, if this 13-year-old can prove that they were with her, what are you doing hanging out with a 13-year-old in the first place?
37-year-old now. But
37-year-old, yeah.
But at the time, if that was really the case.
So I heard that I heard at the award, she spoke to one of the limo drivers outside to get into the party. And the limo driver told her, okay, I'm not going to be able to get into this party. Take my number, something, or they hit her up to come to the after party.
Now, supposedly, the other thing
allegedly, though.
When the incident occurred, supposedly there was a third celebrity in the room, unidentified right now, but it might have been somebody else of stature in the room.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of names, but
somebody's going to get subpoenaed,
Listen, a lot of people came out with a lot of allegations, and this falls in line with the allegations that are coming out.
The problem is this. It goes back to what we were talking about last
Listen,
time.
we thought Diddy, sometimes some of us thought Diddy was innocent until the feds raided your house and they locking you up without bail. They got something on you. That means all that shit was true.
Well, Diddy went another route with it. Jay actually tried to, got married, did the family thing.
Don't act up because Beyonce and Jay-Z hung out with Diddy a lot afterwards. It doesn't even matter. Industry. So don't think that their habits died out when they decided to get married.
They don't seem to be exactly the same, but maybe. But
yeah, don't see
maybe somehow
some people ain't that flashy.
Yeah, exactly.
Some people like to keep that shit in the quiet.
But you would think you would do that if you was in the high. But it goes back to what we were saying last pod.
That don't mean that you ain't do it.
When they get rich, they have to attack the most innocent of people, also allegedly attack. If she's 13, what was she doing in the room?
Allegedly.
Huh?
What, she was 13. What is she even doing in the room? You know what I'm saying?
What that got to do with
she had said, according to reports, at some point she felt tired. She was given a drink. She had a drink. She got a little tipsy. So she went in the room to sleep, to take a rest or something. And
all of a sudden, the whole Bad Boy and Rock Nation just walked into that room like, yo, hold up. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? What did you really say?
But again, Will, you know this. You're innocent until proven guilty. All right?
She in there sleeping. Give me all the chicken head from Pasadena. Come on, bro. Like, I mean, something's up.
I mean, no, listen. Here's the thing. I mean, it could be, and he's right, it could be extortion. You know what I mean? But it could not be. You know what I mean?
We just got to sit back.
We can't just be like, okay, he didn't do it. That's bullshit.
No, indeed.
Nowadays, you can't even say that.
All right. Bartender, hook us up, man. We getting low over here.
Bartender.
Oh, sorry. Cut that shit.
Forgive us, y'all. We are not drink champs. We're just champs that drink. Here we go. Shout out to Drink Champs.
So what else you got, Will?
But anyway, on top of that, now let's talk about something even more serious. So everybody's heard about the assassination of the CEO of United Healthcare. Mm-hmm. His name was Brian. Was it Brian Robinson? His name was.
Was that?
Where my notes at?
Yeah.
I believe his name was Brian Thompson, not Robinson, Thompson. And he was shot outside of the Hilton Hotel in Midtown Manhattan at about 7 in the morning. That's all right. It's all right, brother. You know, I'm good. This guy right here, you know. I'm supposed to have it on here. I'm trying to front like this says something right here. I'm just playing. I saw the video of it too. I mean, dude rolled up. He was in the Starbucks buying some stuff. Came out, masked on, walked up behind dude, clapped him in the back. Walked over to him, hit him 2 more times, jumped on the e-bike and rode through Central Park and boogied. You know,
but that's crazy how that shit could happen in Midtown. And you could get away like it ain't.
But that was like 6 in the morning.
Well, he didn't get away. See,
morning.
back in the day, he'd have got away. But they just caught him.
I mean, they just caught him, yeah.
For who they believed to be him in Pennsylvania. His name was Luigi Mangione. Mangione.
Like that, yeah.
And, I mean, what do you say?
I mean, listen, I want to know what motive was. Listen, I think I read a BBC report on the phone and everything. They told me that what was explained was that he had a manifesto, apparently a 3-page manifesto about health insurance, like big company, like health insurance, CEOs and everything like that in big companies. So but there had to be. I mean, the way this sounds. It's like once you get deeper into it, he may have a motive. Somebody from his family could have, lost a claim. And,
they say that
like
the bullet had words engraved in the shell casing, a 3-word phrase. I believe it was delay, deny, and defend. Used commonly in the insurance industry for when they want to delay or deny somebody an insurance claim.
I want to know the motive.
You think it's premeditated? Because I think it's very premeditated.
Absolutely.
It was right.
Absolutely. I mean, if you had, he wrote the bullets out for the man. I want to know why.
But the thing is, they're talking about a manifesto was written. The words were engraved into the bullet. There's something they call an orgy of evidence, where there's so much evidence that it almost forces you to a conclusion that may not actually be the conclusion. You know what I mean? They try to make you think it's one way, but it possibly could be something else. It's looking like it's the one thing, It's everything sounds the part.
So who's setting up this kid? Tell me.
Who knows? Listen, who knows who? That there may have been a grander plan in mind. Maybe it was somebody who claimed got denied. They caught the guy in Pennsylvania in the McDonald's. So he made it. He made it about 2 states over.
They caught him with everything that he had on when he did the murder.
Which would be insane, because if it was premeditated, you would not be wearing the same clothes, ordering the same stuff. And you took an e-bike out of town? You know what I'm saying?
He did have the gun.
Yeah, listen.
He had a gun, 3D printed gun.
It's in all conspiracies. Loose ends do need
same fake IDs and.
They setting this dude up. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know.
Listen,
he probably did it. Who knows? But watch your back, protect your neck.
I heard recently there were protests in the headquarters of this company, United Healthcare. So a lot of people are from the reports that I see.
It's funny. He was on his way to the annual investors meeting. He was literally on the way in.
What I thought at first was like, it's probably someone in the middle. It's crazy, all hypnosis. But anyway, that's crazy. That's scary. A lot of poor people, a lot of regular people have a lot of hard times with all kinds of insurance and stuff like this. And in a lot of cases, this got to do with life and death scenarios. So I don't know what happened actually.
You know what? Because it actually does flip the story on like, this is what. The healthcare issue is bringing, because if the dude actually had somebody that like got denied and died because of that shit, and that was a revenge shit and everything like that, that has people thinking.
As a friend of mine once said, you can't tell somebody how to be mad. For real, somebody take it in their own different direction. Man.
But that's if that shit went down like that, Other than that, a fucking guy killed somebody in Midtown. The crazy shit is he killed you in Midtown and he got away with it. Like they didn't catch you till 6 days
people
later.
Struggling, so we see what happened. But there's no excuse to kill someone.
Like from Midtown, you telling me there wasn't a cop car or fucking.
But that was like 6:30 in the morning.
6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that was before 7 o'clock. He was hanging out by the hotel.
6:30, he was at the Starbucks. My man, they said he bought a bunch of stuff from Starbucks. Walked
What
over.
time does the shift changes? The shit
I clapped at 7 a.m. Something early.
And the guy was just going right next door, not right next block was the event where he was going to.
Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
But I heard a lot of CEOs right now are on the lookout in New York City about security because that guy was by himself. I looked it up immediately.
Let me tell you, it was impressive how they already found footage of the dude.
Yeah, and they said there was an eyeball witness too who actually saw. Like the state put out $10,000, the feds put out a $50,000 if you read information.
So that cat at McDonald's is getting paid. That employee at McDonald's.
Oh yeah, the guy that $50,000, the guy that called.
They said there's been a bunch of different issues that came up in New York, like when the tourist was hit, and people are talking. People are calling the police and talking. It's a lot of snitching.
But this lead was different from what I heard.
Snitching for money going on in the world.
Yeah.
But, I understand, some things are not the same. You know what I mean? In a situation like that, somebody's going to say something. You know what I mean? You shoot a guy in the back and, you deserve to be caught.
No, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That's some crazy shit. Yeah, guy's living his life and then all of a sudden you come back and boom, boom. Nah, you went,
Yeah, but
I can't take people's
that ain't
life.
no shit you keep.
Then you got my man on the subway. It just cleared he got cleared. The Marine that got choked out.
No.
Daniel Price, I think his name was.
I didn't even see the video. Supposedly a gentleman got on the train.
I seen the video went viral.
So what happened? I didn't see it.
No, it was
supposedly
Daniel Penny. My fault.
Daniel Penny probably supposedly came into the train. I know probably was a commotion or something.
No, what happened was let's be real about this, okay? Jordan P. Apparently he was homeless. He was a homeless guy that comes into the train and everything like that. Starts yelling at people, yelling, "Oh, I need money, I need a job, I need food, I'm hungry." He starts yelling. Apparently, he takes off his jacket, he slams it down. Now, from the accounts that I've read, he started he started throwing litter at people, and he was approaching people. Now, he didn't touch anybody, but he was getting scared. You know what I mean? Yelling at I'm not sure what he was yelling at and all that. But basically, people were getting scared.
Right.
Now this guy, Daniel Penny, an ex-Marine, he grabs him on the chokehold and he starts chokeholding him and he holds him down. Now, apparently he held him down for like 5-6 minutes until the train came and they were waiting for the cops. And he choked him out and the guy passed away. Jordan Neely passed away.
And he beat the court case.
Today was today was the court case. Yeah, I mean the court case was going on for a while.
Was that a trial?
Yeah, trial. I'm sorry. What the fuck, court case? We sound stupid.
It's been on for a minute.
Yeah, the trial's been on for a while apparently, and right now, today he got acquitted. Last week, it was. I'm not even sure it was. They didn't call it a hung jury. They almost were. But today, everybody in the jury decided not guilty on all counts.
You think they were? I mean,
you
think this was justified?
Honestly, listen, you.
From what I'm seeing, there's two sides of this story. Like, even if anything was going on,
you can't say there's two sides of the story.
From this point that the rule of law must prevail in the sense that no matter what happens, you cannot take laws into your hands, notwithstanding. So from that point is where I'm coming from. So no matter what could have happened, because I heard someone testify.
I don't care.
I heard the guy's trainer.
So if the guy was gonna come and kill somebody, you can't take the law into your own fucking hand.
Let me speak to that. Now I heard that guy's trainer, Daniel Penny, the guy that killed him, his trainer or someone to that nature testified in court. And he's a Marine. You train based on chokehold positions. What I think is better to do in this case is to restrain someone. I'm trained for de-escalation. So, and he's a Marine. So that's where we're saying it's a thin line. And he was saying that he was probably trying to restrain him and he didn't know when he passed away or when he ceased to breathe or something like that.
Let me tell you something.
Taking someone's life.
If you was no, because if your man came to the projects, went into a fucking building in the middle of the hood and started screaming the shit they're screaming, those hood they would have beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, but he'd be alive.
And he'd be no, it doesn't matter. No, you don't know that.
But if they had to kill him, it wouldn't be right.
You know what the problem was?
The way cats act now, I seen cats stomping on dudes' heads and all that. You can't even know. You don't know. No.
Bro, back in the day, you used to have dudes talking all kinds of crap. Y'all ain't nothing. I'm going to come back and kill all of y'all. You never see this dude again. You know what I mean? They talked a lot. To actually go to the point of taking somebody's life because of something he said, not something he actually did.
Because of his actions, because of scaring somebody and all that shit and everything like that.
Words and all that scary. Sure, let's put it like this:
the hood would have beat his ass. The hood would have killed his ass.
Effectively suppressed, but not killed.
But listen, you don't know that in the moment. First of all, you don't know what he's capable of at that moment.
Well, let's put it like this: if you
don't act like he was like
chokehold, he was you, and you're a Marine. You pretty much know. He ain't doing nothing no more. You're a trained.
Sometimes killer. You just know you don't know your own strength and shit like that. It happens, bro. I don't think the homeboy was trying to kill him. No, I was thinking he was trying to subdue him. That's basically it. Probably not.
That's what I'm saying. It might have been from here.
Don't know, because if you're killing somebody, you would have been like, come on.
And then it's not premeditated.
He was just trying to subdue him, basically. It wasn't like he was trying to kill him or anything like that. And on top of that,
I didn't see the video, so listen. You take the word for it.
But I got to come in again. I seen this lady, and I want to give her a lot of respect and props. Eric Gardner. Eric Gardner? Wasn't the guy that...
Victor
so
I shout to Staten Island. Shout to
his mom was speaking right outside the court. So his mom was speaking outside the court, and she was saying, nobody deserves to be choked to death.
That's right.
And she was saying how she...
But you can always say the same fact that nobody deserves to be harassed on the fucking train either. Nobody deserves to have fear for their life. You understand what I'm saying?
No, indeed.
So don't tell me one is other than the other or anything like that. He brought that upon himself, and I'm sorry that it happened to him. I am sorry that it happened to him. He brought that upon himself. And what pisses me off even more is when the family coming. Did you see that shit?
No. What happened?
The family came and everything like that. The father's like, I miss my son and all that. Your son was homeless. Yeah. Where the fuck was you when he was alive?
Yeah.
Because you ain't miss him when he was out in the streets begging for fucking food and money.
Yeah. I mean, that's the aftermath. You know how the politics.
They trying to get a quick payday. That's some bullshit. And that's that bull. Yo,
it's the cheapening. It's the cheapening of values and.
Because if you a father, because I'm a father. If I'm a father, I'm gonna try to help my child as much as possible.
Yeah.
Where the fuck was you when your child was homeless?
How old was this?
And he was 30 years old.
Oh, he ain't a child no more. Those
I know,
days
he grown.
of helping the child is over. At that point.
Okay, but don't get on the mic talking about I miss my son. Yeah. That's some bullshit.
Yeah. That is some bullshit.
Don't get you. That is some bullshit. That's what pissed me off. I'm looking at the cameras today. And then you got, I don't know who Shorty was in the background talking about this is an injustice. No, it wasn't an injustice. It was something that happened. He attacked the subway riders, not physically, but mentally. You know how bad it is that you trying to live your life and somebody going crazy, slamming his coat on, and you don't know if this motherfucker's going to stab you or not. You got to go through that trauma?
Yeah.
Somebody came up, stepped up, put him in the chokehold, chill your motherfucking, he probably overdid it. Yeah, I could say that.
Nah, no doubt.
But he put himself in that position, man.
He did. I mean, you never know. I mean, what if the dude was mentally challenged and he couldn't help himself?
But then... we don't know that. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's why you can't.
But he was still a threat.
That's why you can't choke him to death until you do.
That's like saying, well, how about if the dude has a gun and he puts it in your face, but he's not gonna shoot you?
That's different. You still armed.
But it don't matter. It's still a threat. You still holding a threat.
Bruh.
We don't know about the threats or anything.
There's a difference between saying I'm gonna kill you and then saying I'm gonna kill you. Big difference.
You don't know if this dude had a knife in his pocket.
Listen. That's what I did.
Yeah, it's like you waiting for a motherfucker to do something, and then we gonna help. We gonna wait till like some little girl just get stabbed by a dude, because we didn't know that he had a knife in his pocket. No, just let him act up.
Let me tell you something.
Let him act up and let him do his thing.
Let me tell you something. One thing my stepfather, God rest his dead, taught me is anything is a weapon. It don't have to be, but you can use a book and kill somebody. You know what I'm saying? If you know what you're doing. And that Marine was trained. He knew what he was doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, he was there. He was there to listen. He's trained to take down a threat, and that's exactly what he did. Take down a threat.
Yeah.
Apparently, there was a threat there. We don't know what the condition of the threat was, but that was a threat.
No, it was. It definitely was. But
I'm tired of people being like, yo, you can't, so fuck around and find out. You did your shit and everything like that. Apparently, you got caught up with the wrong. You can't, don't do it. And I'm sorry about the mental illness shit and everything like that. We can make all that shit up. But we don't even know if he was mental illness. They could have been saying that shit just to win the fucking case.
New York, most people that get on the train like that are usually.
And you see motherfuckers acting up. Mm-hmm. That shit is a dime a dozen. You don't act, listen. In the hood, don't act like that. No, that's mental illness. Because if I could get up and do that shit,
you know what the funny thing is? No. He probably wouldn't do it in the hood because he know better. You know
that's what I'm trying to say.
That is the funniest part. Ironic.
Because I feel if it was a black man that choked him out, that it wouldn't even be news now.
Well, if it was a black Marine and it was a white guy, you think he would have got off?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. It took you too long to answer that shit. Let's go. Anyway.
But it's about the individual. It ain't about the fucking. If a white guy's running in the train yelling out, yo, I'm going to kill motherfuckers, I'm hungry, I want all that shit, yes.
So, on to the next. What else we got out there? All right, let's get some positivity stuff. So, everybody had a good Thanksgiving food. You know, the day after Thanksgiving is Black Friday. Black Friday sales was supposed to be kind of legendary this year.
I thought people got no money, though.
Yo, for real. All of a sudden, nobody, no money, but yet record $10.8 billion spent online. It seems the economy might not be doing as bad as people say. What do we got? Let's see. It says toy sales were up 622%. Jewelry, 561%. You know, you got to buy the wife some jewelry. Appliances up 476%. Clothes, apparel up 374%. And electronics up 334%. People are shopping, bro. We are a capitalistic society. This is
conspicuous consumption. People don't stop spending, bro.
And if you can't get money, you'll go find it somewhere. This is how we roll.
But this is how people are. I mean, listen, I'm the type of person that I don't buy nobody's shit. Like you ain't getting shit from me for Christmas. What's up, and that's it.
Hence the bank keep giving away them credit cards.
That's right. Charge you those crazy interest
I'm
rates.
not listen. I'm not about but people are obsessive with that. There's people that'll buy shit and trinkets. Of course, there's stuff. I mean,
listen, I work in the sales industry. I've been in sales since I was a teenager, and people like to be sold. You know what I mean? A lot of time in sales, they tell you sales has nothing to do with the product. It has to do with the person in front of you. Yeah. You know what I mean? People want to be sold some stuff. Like, I like that idea. Sold. Buy it. Let's get it. Let's do it. You know what I mean? Nobody likes being sold more than a salesman, ironically. But that's another story. But listen, that's what we do in America, bro. We buy, sell, trade, barter. We believe in the barter system like nobody else ever does. And that's just how it is.
It's a materialistic shit, man. People love it.
Money's being made. Crypto's going up.
That's why you think
crypto's going up.
We talked about this last
XRP
time.
Crypto, my man Carlos.
Crypto is a fucking fantasy.
Shiba Inu, though. The Shiba Inu.
That shit ain't
Shiba Inu, but everything's up. Bitcoin over 100,000. Shiba Inu's up. Cardano, Solana, all of the major joints is up right now.
How about Pulse X?
Pulse X is up. Not like as much as it's going to be. Remember, the Pulse chain and the Hex, they're still in the court case right now.
I was supposed to be fucking rich.
No, not yet. Not yet. How much is your $1,000 worth right now?
You're a fucking liar.
Yeah, how much is your 1,000 worth? You see, he wants just money made for him. You don't even know how to even get to it. Listen, this is
I'm excited about the crypto, and Trump ain't even here yet. Trump ain't even in yet. Mm-hmm. Trump's about to make United States.
I gotta see it to believe it. I gotta feel it to believe it.
It's about to become the crypto capital of the world.
Did you hear about that Haley Welch? That she put that crypto shit up and they.
She got indicted for it, right?
No, she ain't got indicted for shit. I didn't hear that she got indicted. Haley Welch. She's the hot tour girl. She actually she put a crypto up.
She created crypto?
She created the crypto. Or not. She was supporting somebody that created the crypto.
Okay.
Apparently the crypto...
allegedly, y'all. Everything's allegedly.
I mean, this is what I heard. Apparently the crypto as soon as it began, people started buying it and then they started selling it off. And it crashed.
You call those pump and dumps.
Yeah.
It pumps up, you buy it, and then you dump it.
And then it crashed.
And everybody who gets in later gets killed.
Immediately.
See, that's the bad side of crypto. It's the pump and dumps. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of them. Some are literally made just to get in, get out. Some will last the test of time, but most won't.
See, I don't know shit about that. You know,
like I said, don't worry. It's almost time to possibly the next episode we do. We're gonna bring a crypto expert on,
and literally
explain how crypto works, where it comes from, which ones you should be on the lookout for the new year. Because in the new year, we're going to be doing a lot of things as well.
$1,000.
Now, there's another interesting story.
You jerked me for $1,000.
This guy right here is talking about $1,000.
What else we got? We said
anyway,
what story?
so there's a story. So
What
Belgium
story?
became the first country to give sex workers robust labor rights and protections.
You couldn't wait to talk about that shit, couldn't you?
No, bro, what are you talking about? I'm just reading what's coming up on the thing right here. This guy right here, man. Mm-hmm. But anyway, that was one of the stories that did strike an interesting thought in my head. So basically, they're going to be getting like, what, 401ks and all kind of stuff.
Yo, I used to live in Europe.
Rightfully so.
Prostitution is legalized. It's legal in Europe, right? Mm-hmm. And then in a good way when I tell people about it, because they have mobile clinics right outside. I used to live in Madrid. There's this notorious street called Calle Montera. It's very known. I used to actually live just off Calle Montera, right in the middle, heart of center of Madrid. It's very notorious, very known street, internationally known. So you got girls
coming in and out?
Not in and out, all on the street, Will. Okay. Like 20 blocks. When prostitution is legal, it's not like in the hostels. They're on the street. So, like, you got shorties all on the street. So I'm going home with my girl or something. We're just walking out. Mm-hmm. Like, some of the girls, they even know me. Like, they're trying to say hi. Yo, every girl is acting right. I got to tell you that. But guess what I realized? Guess what I realized?
What's that?
I realized prostitution is the world oldest profession.
That's right.
But when I looked at it coming from there, I knew most of these girls. I was on the street. I was in Europe. You know, they're trying to make bread. But when I looked at it from an inhumane aspect, right? So now, in Europe, there's a lot of divorce and, you know, single men in Europe, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So they legalized this. Because when I sat back and I looked at this, I saw a lot of African girls, a lot of girls from South America, from Latin America, from East Europe. And I'm like, these are people from supposedly some minority countries, right?
Right.
They've been taken advantage of. So you provide these shorties on the street for men. You're appeasing the men. They're appeasing the males, basically pacifying males. That's what it is. It's a man's world. It's the kind of law that men, because...
No shit, Captain Obvious. Listen. No, for real, bro. He's basically saying you're stating the obvious. You know, we know these things. I mean, that's what other purpose would a strip club have? You know, what other purpose would a strip club have?
But it's not the same with it's not the same with the strip club though, because like over here you got like. The other day they were Boston, Queens. You got like hotels where you have the shorties and they're not kind of tested, and this is very risky. And sometimes there could be like cartels. Excuse me. The biggest part is that there could be cartels running these women or these girls. But somehow when it's kind of sometimes that's why the state somehow is got to be involved. At least it's better be involved if it's happening than to turn your back, because a lot of women might be. You know, getting sexually exploited.
You're trying to say, yeah, but that's two different things, my man. I mean, listen, this is something apparently that they do in a country that's illegal.
And, in Europe, multiple countries in Europe. Not only this is in Belgium.
Now
this is happening in Germany, in Spain.
This happens in almost
Italy.
Every country in the world, by the way. But go ahead.
But what you was talking about was sex trafficking and shit like that. That's a different talk. That's a different topic.
Why you say sex trafficking?
Well, because he's talking about some of these girls are coming in and being exploited. That's sex trafficking.
Yeah, and that's why in Europe, that's why they try to legalize it, because then the state comes in, the police, you know, they kind of know this, you know, kind of more transparent,
like,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure if they're going to do this in Belgium and everything like that, they got to get registered.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
it's like having a T on your license plate when you're driving a cab.
You gotta have your papers showing.
They claim they have to be checked up. They have to be checked up, certified, and stuff like this. So it's kind of crazy.
So do you think such a program would work in the United States for the sex workers that are here?
Actually, I think it would, but probably morally it's never gonna happen.
Yeah. From the moral point of view is what I'm saying.
From the moral aspect.
From the moral aspect of it.
We're melting pot
you
and
don't just
everything
want to
like
say
that.
girls are
You know, it's funny that almost something like that actually happened once a long time ago. There used to be a page. I looked it up. There used to be a page in the United States called Backpage.
Oh yeah,
remember Backpage?
Backpage.
Backpage used to
Escorts
be something
and
where
shit.
you could go
Was shut
escort
down,
in almost every city in the United
That's why
States. had girls who
Instagram,
were on Backpage.
OnlyFans, and shit, all this shit popped up.
And when they shut Backpage down, a lot of the girls on there, they filed for unemployment.
That's crazy.
I'm quite sure they didn't get it. You know what I mean? But they filed for unemployment. And then all of a sudden, Backpage almost spawned all of these other
Backpage
stuff.
was the thing.
OnlyFans and this one and that one. All of them almost like spawns of it, but took it in a different direction. You know what I mean? You know, Backpage was literally services.
So just to clarify this issue, because it's very important, I believe the state has to come in and should come in and could come in the terms of if one of these girls have been sex trafficked so that they could get like help. And that's just from the point where it shouldn't be overlooked, because sometimes when it's been overlooked, some of these girls have been trafficked at a very young age and for so many years, and then no one checks on it. So it's been the world oldest profession. So
yeah, you be like
it is, and it's almost the same thing with the celebrities that we were talking about. It's always what happened?
So you bring the gloomy side of it.
Yeah. But you know, I mean,
I wish I don't.
You know, it's the same thing almost with these celebrities. How the youngest of the young are being taken advantage of to some degree. It just seems like that seems to be the way historically of a lot. I mean, back in the days, they were marrying girls that were 14. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Way back at 15. I mean, this is not a new thing.
Yeah.
And,
That's why I said it's a listen, when I was in West Coast, when I was in Cali a point ago, I read a book. It says the history of the United States was written from the East Coast. The history of the world is written from the Western Eastern Hemisphere.
Right.
So it's a man's world. I used to question how come there's no, like, you know how you have the book of John, book of James in the Bible, there's no woman's name. So what I'm saying, back to what you're saying, it's a man's world. Some of these things are not really fair.
Right.
And you could see how it was, from back in the days. Remember back in the days how this, I don't want to go too backwards again and shit like this, but like you're saying, some of these things are not fair. And if you look at it, it's kind of one-sided. How you legalizing prostitution? You're allowing women to run about promiscuitively. And why is it the world's oldest profession? Because all they do back in the days, men go to war to conquer places, come back and just exploit females. So we're not living back in those days anymore. You see what I'm saying? So like you said, from the moral standpoint, like just making the law, like, you know what I'm saying? It looks...
but it kind of reminds me of what they did with marijuana. It's like marijuana was illegal.
Still got that a little.
Yeah, but listen, man. I mean, selling weed and selling pussy is two different things.
Again, he has a point. Again,
but you didn't let me explain. What
defy human nature.
What I'm trying to say is, marijuana was illegal, really, because the government wasn't profiting off of it. It never killed anybody. You know what I mean? Ultimately, it didn't cause half the states. It's legal. It's just half. It's not. Once they legalized it, then they could tax it.
Yeah.
Sex working.
I mean, for some.
Yeah, you're right. So it's been taxed as well,
Sex working, now if they legalize it, they can tax it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're never going to stop having sex no matter what laws they put on. Just like weed smokers are never going to stop weed smoking.
Listen, that's how it is.
No matter how. People are going to get what they need.
How are we going to get our cut? That's the problem. That's how the government, that's how the city is. How are we gonna
now
get
he understands after I explain it. You see how that works?
Listen, they saw what they did in Denver, in Colorado, not Denver, Colorado, the state of Colorado was the first ones to legalize weed. They saw how much money they were getting.
Right.
And believe you me, that blueprint was coming in.
The cartels was
in Colorado. He never came back. I never saw him since, bro. He must be loving it out there, I guess.
Oh, what's up with New York State governor or something?
Yeah. You mentioned talk about that. Yeah, so everybody's getting a check.
I heard something like
you gassing motherfuckers. Who said that to you? Because I haven't heard it. I haven't seen it either.
So I said it's on the thing.
That would have been first in the news.
I did see an article about that. I saw.
The governor has announced something. It's got to do with the state tax.
Everybody's going to get a check between $350 and I believe maybe
to $500.
She
was explaining it's about a state it's about the state taxes.
New York state tax
that people have paid, you know, the recession, inflation. So she's trying to like put money back, you know, in people's pocket, you know, because it's really been tough this past few months. But like I said on the chat, right? Trump is not even in yet, but I think that's a very common sense policy. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been so hard for New Yorkers. It's been so hard for the regular, you know, folks trying to make ends meet. And it's like no one ever thinks about this is common sense policy. It's about time.
No, indeed.
Come on.
I mean, you know, every once in a while it's good to give everybody a little leg up. You know what I mean?
Oh shit, he's right. Actually, I just checked it up.
Apparently,
it says earlier today, Governor Kathy Hochul delivered her first proposal from the 2025 State of the State affordability agenda and announced New York State's first ever inflation refund, which will deliver about $3 billion in direct payments to around 8.6 million New York taxpayers.
I love that.
Statewide in 2025.
That's right.
I love that.
So she's actually proposing so how much we'll be getting. That's what I want.
He just told you about $350.
Yeah.
$500.
Refund would send a payment.
And you got couples, everybody gets money, you know. Yo, right here in the city, you know, we see it all. Right here in New York City, $300 is a whole lot of money. You know, a lot of people need that money, Will. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, indeed.
That
so
money's
she's just trying to hit a shit
How
up.
much is the monthly subway fare? You know, so it's going to go a long way.
Listen, 300 is good.
It adds up.
And for couples, everybody get some people get 500 each. Some families could be 500.
Yeah, but I ain't
and that's 500 each.
When's it supposed to come out?
Girl, so I don't care less about that shit. I'm wondering what I get.
When's it supposed to? When are these checks supposed to come out? Tax time? We getting them before
Yo,
Christmas?
Will, that's good. No, I don't think it's that soon.
They just talking
shit
about
is
it.
next
Now,
year.
Apparently they just
like
talking.
2025.
2020. We are in 2020. Oh shit! Wait a minute. We got a
Yeah,
couple
soon.
of
It's
more
coming
weeks.
up. It's coming up.
I mean,
It's coming up, you know.
No, indeed.
Because a lot of people complain about that state tax. Yo, Will, anytime you pay for some shit with your money, the
shit. I hope that shit comes around me. I gotta go to Vegas and shit.
For real.
Yeah, that should make sense, bro. You know. Yo, what's up with the President Biden and his son? I heard his son got pardoned. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, dude.
So,
Listen, the president's allowed to pardon one person.
Yeah, but do you think this is like just? It's not very stand up. Like, I mean, it's kind of.
Why not?
Trump is about to pardon everybody on January 6th. Don't tell me that the fuck.
Yeah, if he does that, that's real.
But that ain't never happened
This
yet.
man
But anyway, he's gonna do it though.
Yo, let me
gonna do
tell you
it.
something. If Jeffrey Epstein was alive, he'd pardon him. I'm telling you, son. Yo, nah, I don't gonna
So
hear
you offer
shit about Biden.
pardoning his son?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, but understand.
Absolutely.
As they say, to the victor
That's
goes
his
the spoils.
boy.
But that can't happen to a regular guy, to a regular person.
Then fuck it. He's not a regular person.
Yeah, you're right. He's not.
You bugging.
Listen, sure, it should go to people who deserve it more. But if my kids,
Not rule of law. That's not rule of law.
But remember,
gives a shit?
but remember what we were saying about what we would do for our kids, our jobs to protect our kids. He's protecting his kid. That's the most natural. Even if he knows his kid's in the wrong, he knows where he's probably going. It's going to be much worse.
So
He
sentiments
fucked
before
up, but I'm
politics.
the president. I'm gonna pardon my boy. That's it. Bottom line.
It's going to happen.
And I have no doubt. Do you?
Yeah.
Do you? I got no ill will
See,
towards
the problem
that.
with a kid like that,
After what America chose, Biden, do what the fuck you want, son. Go ahead, go in and go out, bro. I'm telling you.
hail to the chief. You're not
He's going out with a bang.
right now. No, but listen.
Do what you want, Biden. Go ahead, pardon him, pardon anybody that you want to pardon.
Listen, man. These dudes, he's the
Go
president.
all
bro.
out.
Yeah, and I know one more topic you wanted to touch. You talked about earlier about Syria. It's a great topic, geopolitics-wise, international topic. Syria got Damascus.
I know shit about that.
This is
then,
actually pretty serious.
This is
right?
pretty serious because, you know, Syria, this war has been going on for the past few years. And actually, a few years ago, the government was supposed to collapse. And then Syria made a deal, President Assad made a deal with the Russian president for protection. So basically, Russia moved in with anti-tanks, anti-missile, and all kind of
I
protection.
think Russia and Iran had their back.
And Iran had their back. You're right. So what's going on right now? You know, Russia has been caught up with Ukraine, right?
So the rebels basically overthrew Assad
Definitely.
in Syria, and he basically had to get asylum in Russia. He had to get out of
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
But they actually picked a really good time to do it. They were talking about that the timing when they did it.
Yeah, that was why it happened, because Russia was caught up with
Ukraine, and Iran is caught up with Hezbollah.
You're right.
Israel, you know what I mean?
You're right.
And they actually picked a good time, and they got through, and they actually
very strategic, very strategic.
The significance too is crude. Syria is one of the number one countries as far as crude oil. You know what I mean? Forget about it. They loaded over there.
Yeah.
And a couple of other things. I forgot a couple of the other of their national gross domestic products as well. But the main city in Syria is Damascus, and Damascus historically is one of the oldest cities in the world. You're talking the 3rd millennium BC. You know what I mean?
That's my only trouble when I saw on TV, when I seen what's going on in Damascus and Syria, all the looting and the state collapse of the state. That was the first thing I thought. Syria, Damascus was in the Bible. They have a lot of antiques and a lot of historic stuffs right there.
That's where Paul became a Christian at. On the road to Damascus.
So all this thing is going to be gone right now.
The Muslim considered the 4th highest religious city in the world, Damascus.
Damascus is incredible. I used to go to catechism as a little boy, and
this guy's been everywhere. So you've been there too?
Where? No, I ain't been to Syria. Catechism is like Bible studies.
Oh, okay, all right. See, that's why I didn't know that.
Yeah. So a lot of Syria, like you said earlier, Damascus was in the Bible. A lot of story about Syria in the Bible. It's like Samaria. So when you talk about the beginning of civilization, so they're very prominent.
No, I believe it.
Syria.
I believe it, man. But listen, these people are going to get a fresh start. But now, who's going to take over? Who's going to be in charge?
So
it's funny. The group that took over, the rebels, the U.S. almost considered them like a terrorist organization.
The guy's a terrorist. I think he used to be with Al Qaeda or ISIS or something. But I heard. But we'll see what happens. No, it's very crazy. Sometimes when you have a failed state, sometimes it actually gets worse. It could be better, but sometimes. So I'm sure the United States keeping an eye on it.
No, indeed, man. So much going on in the world right now.
Yeah, well,
Christmas are coming up. New Year's are coming up. It's going to be different in 2025, man. You got any early New Year's resolutions? What are you going to do different in 2025?
All the resolution is going to be based on President Trump coming into power. So we're going to see what's happening with the feds, the interest rate, the crypto, and I'm going to be following the money.
Oh, indeed. What about yourself? What do you want to do different in 2025?
Me personally, I'm going to stop drinking.
Believe that one when I see it. For real.
I'm going to stop drinking, working out and shit like that. I got to stop my bullshit.
We definitely doing the health one. We may in 2025 we may have to get on the
Why
scale.
did you ask me and then cut me the fuck off? I'm talking.
Well, you mentioned getting the health stuff. Go ahead. Let me write. Apologize.
Yeah.
Finish your thought.
Now I don't want to finish shit. Go ahead. Do your thing.
You cut me off earlier when I said the weed in the set. Go ahead. Yeah. It's sometimes it happens. Go ahead.
No, do your thing. I don't want to talk. No.
All right. But
fuck that.
Yeah. What do we want to
like that?
Let's round up. Well, let's go. We're good. We got these topics right.
What it got to be do different in 2025, man. We're definitely gonna have a show on health in general. In the United States, we are usually not the healthiest people. High levels of obesity, too much sugar in our stuff, too much MSG, too much salt. Yeah. We're going to have someone on to talk about what's actually in our foods.
Also, I have a lot to say in that regards. I'm an ologist in nutrition, especially holistic nutrition. And, I always said it. And,
holistic nutrition.
So, basically, I used to tell my friends, knowing about holistic nutrition, I don't have to be a vegan. Yes, it makes sense to be a vegan when you're in the West. There's so much GMOs in the food, so much chemicals, so you need a lot of greens and less synthetic food. So you need to go vegan because all the foods got GMOs. But I'm holistic.
Get the fuck out. Go vegan. You lost me when you just said go vegan. No, we ain't got to go fucking.
No, I'm not saying go vegan. No, I'm not saying go vegan. I'm talking about me. I'm into holistic eating. And
you just told everybody go vegan.
No, you don't. You didn't hear what I said. I'm saying that I understand people around here talking about going vegan because it is in the West. Here you have to go vegan. It makes sense because the food is full of GMOs. But me as an ologist in holistic diets, I can't go vegan because the food that I eat is the food man was eating on the earth 800 years ago.
I agree. I'm not going vegan either.
Yeah, it's the food because that's what I'm saying. I'm an ologist in holistic diet, so I'm eating the same food that human beings and men.
What exactly is?
Hold on a second.
No, but what's the word you said? I agree with him. You're a whatist?
What is the what?
In
what
holistic diet?
Ologist.
Ologist?
Yeah.
An ologist?
In holistic diet.
What the fuck is an ologist?
Yo, can we?
The fuck is it?
Like a describing. Hold on. Okay.
I'm gonna Google this shit.
What's an ologist?
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, an ologist.
When you describe something ends in ology.
No. An ologist is like a biologist, an expert. Is an ologist. It's a professional in a certain field, an expert in a certain dimension. Let's see.
Got you.
An ologist is a root word that refers to a person who has an expert in specific science and branch of knowledge. It comes from the word ologist. Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a biologist, ologist, like the gist.
But you know what messed me up? There's usually something in front of biologist. Physiologist.
No,
you just put the ologist.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Yeah. Yo. It's technical grammatics.
No, that's fair.
You're
right.
You're right. It's biologist. It's a common word. You already know.
You were right.
That's fair. Anyway. We're going to see y'all next episode. Town Crier, you already know. We're on Instagram, Facebook. No, we're not on Facebook, actually, now that I think about it. We are on YouTube, TikTok. We're going to talk soon.
Take
some time just to meditate. Listen while I educate. I've been busy bridging the gap, so we let's separate. Silence in the syndicate. Close, but we don't get it yet. Traders to the state. I'm Xing out on the middlemen. Hyped up off adrenaline, watching as things transpire. Calling out the lies, feeling like the town crier. Who's the main antagonist and who's the outlier? They could try to hide them, but I'm here to outline them. Laws, they ain't bulletproof. You know I'll find them. I was born looking for the truth. Knowledge is in my root. Wildin' like Bandicoot. Haters be a fan of Q. Treat them all like Hannibal. Spreading like a point of view.